Good day everyone. Welcome to our video lesson in Computer System Servicing NC2. Our topic for today is Computer Assembly Procedures and we will start with our online activity. You may open the activity in this QR code or this link. You may also answer the activity sheet provided by your teacher if you don't have any internet connection at the moment. So you may pause this video and begin answering the activity. It will also serve as your attendance for this week's module. So how was the activity? I'm sure you got high on that lesson because you have already discussed the topics in our past lessons and modules. Make sure to remember all those because we will use those in our today's lesson. Let us continue our lesson with this question. When you are young, have you tried opening your toys? Have you tried tinkering with what is inside those toys that you are using? Na-try mo na bang tignan kung paano gumagana ang isang bagay at sinimulan mo itong baklasin para makita kung ano ang laman nito sa loob? Pagkatapos mo itong buksan, sinubukan mo rin ba itong ibalik ulit sa dati at ayusin na parang noong bago mo pa ito buksan? Naging mekaniko ka ba doon sa pagkakataong iyon? O baka naman naging isa kang seraniko? With those past experiences, in one way or another, you are developing your skills, your gift, your talent on how to build things back. Those skills are not picked up overnight and sometimes you fail on bringing them back, but through these experiences, you gain the necessary skills and those skills are to be used today in our lesson. So, we will come up today with proper procedures, steps on how we will assemble properly a computer in accordance to established procedures and system requirements. I will demonstrate the proper procedure in assembling computer hardware. Remember that this is a part of your assessment in your National Certificate 2 in TESDA, so watch properly and take notes as you see fit. You may pause this video and replay the video for clarifications and if you have some questions. Computer Assembly Procedures. Prepare all the parts and materials needed for the computer assembly. Make sure to follow the policies, guidelines, and procedures to make sure that everyone is safe and secure. Place the anti-static mat on the working table. For localization, you can also use an old carton or cardboard box. Put on the anti-static wrist strap and connect the other end to an unpainted part of the computer case. This will prevent the buildup of static electricity from your body. Open the computer case and remove the side panels. There are different ways to open different computer cases, so remember to check the manual before opening the case. Before installing the CPU, make sure that it is compatible with the motherboard. Lift the metal rod next to the CPU socket. The CPU should have a mark on the corner that is used to determine how it should be placed on the socket. Carefully insert the CPU lining to its markings. Push the rod back down to lock the processor into place. Place a small amount of thermal compound onto the CPU. Take the CPU fan and align it on the mounting tabs. There are different ways to install CPU fans, so check the manual before doing so. Connect the fan's power connector to the motherboard. Locate the RAM slots on the motherboard. Check the compatibility of the RAM sticks and it should fit accordingly with the slots. Gently push the RAM from both ends until it clicks into place at the memory slot. The tabs should lock the RAM in. Install the motherboard into the case by screwing it to the standoffs. Screw accordingly and align with the I/O bezel. To install a hard disk, the system case should have hard drive base where the hard disk is placed. Mount the hard disk by sliding it into place until the screw holes are lined up from both hard disk and the case. Screw them tightly. To install the power supply, the system case should have a large box where the power supply can be installed. This will usually differ depending on the system case model. Align the holes as you mount it to both the case and the power supply. Screw them tightly. Finally, connect all the cables inside. All parts installed should be connected to the power supply. Read the manual that comes with the system case and motherboard, as this usually has the information on how to properly place the cables. Close the system case. Upon turning on the computer, press the key that would run the BIOS setup. We will discuss BIOS setup on our next lesson. Make sure to master the proper procedure in assembling a computer unit. It is a basic skill for future computer technologists like you. You will have a written demonstration face-to-face before you take the national assessment, so familiarize yourselves with the task. You will be given a limited time and each error you commit is a point deduction in your final score. For our formative assessment, create a flowchart detailing the proper procedure in computer assembly. Illustrate it in a short or A4 size bond paper and scan or take a picture of it and upload it to Facebook with the hashtag LNHS Computer Assembly. Remember to share your post in public. Here is the rubric for checking this output. For our assignment, interview an ICT personnel and ask for his or her personal experiences when trying to assemble a computer in their field of work. Determine the trials that they face and how they overcome those obstacles. Write an essay about the interview in a short bond paper. Here is the rubrics for our interview. So that's it. That's our lesson for today. I hope you learned much and I hope that you will all pass your outputs this week. See you again on our next lesson. Goodbye!